Welcome in to the victim appreciation episode of the Power Hour. I'm Steve. We got lighting up his stick. It is the urban sensation, the icon known as C Red. We got the real deal, Rion Skills, right here. And guest number one of two tonight is referee extraordinaire, wrestler, if you will, in certain places. The amazing Turtle to some, referee Mike Brennan to others. It is Nubby Jones to people at Elite Pro.
And a knockoff to C Red.
I didn't say it.
See, okay, so welcome, Turtle. Thank you for coming on tonight. Turtle, I'll be honest, and since I've been accused of not being honest, I'll be straight up with you. Turtle wasn't supposed to be a guest tonight, but after listening to certain informational talks on the interweb via Podbean, Podbean is a thing. You can be on Podbean and nobody will listen, but you can be on Podbean. We're not on Podbean. Maybe we should be on Podbean. I don't know. I'm not knocking Podbean. If Podbean wants to throw some money our way, we gladly accept it. But that's neither here nor there. So I've been called a great many things on Podbean, and both C Red and I have been run down on Podbean.
Ain't that the truth? So
we are going to talk about the things that need to be discussed, not necessarily because it happened on Podbean. Turtle wasn't supposed to be a guest tonight. We're glad that he took time out of his schedule to be part of this show. And our second guest is, of course, the legendary Marshe Rockett Pro Wrestling Champion, will be on the show in the second half to talk about his victim. I owe him an apology as well. He will get that tonight. I thought I had done a pretty fair job on this program apologizing to Turtle. Apparently, I was incorrect, or it was taken in an unsincere fashion. So Turtle, I say this to you. In the heat of that very difficult moment in your career, I said nothing in disparaging fashion to you. I said, my God, Turtle, what have you done? That was the extent of my criticism that evening in the heat of the moment. And I was dead wrong. When the footage came out, you were clearly correct. Your decision was final as per President Terry Allen. So for those of you just joining us, everybody that was mad in Shabance a few weeks ago was incorrect. There was nothing to be mad about. There was no flag on the play. There was no holding. There was no PI. It was straight up. Turtle saw the right thing. Flat Top saw the wrong thing. Turtle was in charge, made the right call, reversed the decision. Scott Spade, SCW champion, and Powell, unifying the two companies, if you will. So everybody owes you an apology, myself included, which I thought I did in earnest. And if it wasn't perceived as,
no, you keep going.
Okay, if it wasn't perceived like I wasn't sincere in my apologies, I most certainly was. You were absolutely correct. You exercised your importance in that match, and you'd made the hard call, even though you knew you were going to get crap for it. So kudos to you for being man enough to stand in the face of what was a hostile crowd. I apologize for doubting you. The video is your vindication, and you have been vindicated. Now, what you and C Red have got going has nothing to do with me necessarily, or the Power Hour as an entity. C Red is as old school as it gets. And we had Chaz Moretti on this program last month, last week. That was still in this calendar month, correct?
Correct.
So, there are very strong opinions, and obviously PL Myers jumping on social media, sharing in the views of C Red and Chaz Moretti. So why Podbean decided that we were to be villainized for another week is boggling my mind. So Turtle, I give you the forum to say what you'll say. I mean, I know you have axe to grind with C Red, but as far as I'm concerned, you shouldn't have any axe to grind with me. But go ahead.
I mean, yeah, you did apologize, and I accepted it. It was publicly stated. I accepted your apology. But I guess I'll just stick with the running joke here. Podbean, sorry, Travis. I'm just going with the flow. You know me, elite style. Um, he pointed out something, even though I already knew. Yeah, you apologized, but I wasn't given the chance to talk about it, to express why I called it the way I did.
Okay, so let me just make sure that I understand. Because I didn't break up my schedule of guests that I have booked clear through April, because I wasn't able to shoehorn you in and cancel on other bookings, that's on me. That where you're going with this? Is that what Podbean's point was? Listen, I can't help it if Podbean, gets guests that, are irrelevant, and that includes Hunter Payne.
It's just the point. And it's not just you. It could have been anybody that was at that show that may or may not have a podcast. I was not given the time, the chance.
Wait a minute, class, we have a question. The sexy young man in red, please ask your question.
Here's my thing. The video came out, right?
Right.
It showed you made the right call, right? So what does that need to be said? Why do you need to go out and say whatever when guess what? The video proved that guess what? Scott Spade got his shoulder up. You counted creeds. There was no shenanigans. You called it down the middle and you made the right call. So what side is it that you're trying to get out? Because I'm trying to understand. I mean, you went on Podbean, and I get that, guess what? The SCW fans probably listen, but to run this show and my co-host down and me, because guess what? He apologized. The video came out. There was nothing else to say. You made the right call. It spoke for itself. So it really looked like it was just take liberties once again with Steve and Red. Our issues go way deeper and past that.
Mm-hmm.
But that had nothing to do with what was said. And again, the man apologized. He was a man about it. So what's the real issue here?
Okay, you know what? I understand where you're coming from. I get it. Maybe I'm being a little rough on Steve. Hey, Steve, I apologize.
Oh, see, now we're all friends again.
But here's my thing. Wasn't just him or even just you, even though we will get to that in a second.
Uh-oh.
It was the rest of SCW that I have not heard from. Now, I don't care about, guys like Chris War.
But what's that got to do with us? What's that got to do with the powwow?
Oh, we will get to that.
We're going to get to it.
What my thing is, I wasn't given, a chance to express my feelings about the part where people jumped down my throat. Now, do I understand why they did it? Of course I do. In the heat of the moment, crap happens. I get it.
Psychiatrist?
But the footage came out,
Meds?
and not one person from that locker room apologized except Steve.
Wait, see, this might be your second time out of the first half.
Okay.
You get 3 more timeouts when Marshe comes, but that's 2.
But Turtle, then maybe you get finally what me and Steve have been saying all along. Understand, you just stated nobody came to you outside of Steve and said, hey, my bad. I'm sorry. I messed up. You did the right thing, bro, or whatever. Nobody did that, right? But now you see how me and Steve feel. Steve got jumped.
Nobody saw the Mohawk chick with a kendo stick.
Nobody
300 people
came.
in that building. Ain't nobody see a woman with a stick walking behind me.
I
Even
got-
James Creed's girlfriend didn't see it, walked right in front of her and couldn't say, "Hey, Steve, there's a chick with a kendo stick coming."
Nobody saves me.
Emily.
So do you see why our loyalty to SCW is shaky? For the simple fact, guess what? When we're there, we're not one of them. Let's put it like that.
Yes, finally, a spade being called a spade. And I don't mean Scott Spade. Maybe you have to be a certain kind of person to be family at SCW. And maybe some people are on the outside. And Hunter's going to go on Podbean and he's going to say all these things. Oh, Steve does this. Steve does this. All Steve does is give up his time away from his family to work and do good things for SCW. And how is he rewarded? Crap.
I'm just saying, maybe now you understand how we feel.
Now you know.
So, with that being said, I know I was one of the first people to jump down your throat
That's
that
true. I
particular
heard
night.
that.
Yep.
So, I will publicly apologize to you for making what I thought was a bad call, but in review, seeing the footage was the absolute right call. So therefore, I apologize to you, sir.
See, Red's so gracious.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I will accept that apology. But here's the thing.
Wait,
There's a but.
here's the what? Here's the what?
I mean, wait, hold on. Well, I'll open that in a second because it's about to get real. Here's the funny part.
Here's the funny part. Hey, happy birthday, kids.
I made that a thing on Podbean.
Yeah, you ripped on that on Podbean.
Well, first of all, more people apologized to me after Podbean.
Here's the funny part on the Power Hour,
yeah,
brought
yeah.
to you by the good folks at Jim Beam. When you need your whiskey to be smooth as the Power Hour, Jim Beam in your glass gets it done.
Not this week. Not this week.
It'll
ladies and
continue.
gentlemen.
So
I just want to show everybody I can do commercials.
now how I got James Creed to apologize,
Who?
you'll see James Creed,
Who's that?
the guy that almost beat Scott Spade, but
Oh,
supposedly
the
got-
Genesis champion. Yeah, I remember him.
let's just say on this week's High Voltage, my apology was made and my respect was earned. That's all I'm going to say about that. But as for you, C-Red, you are now
boy.
apologizing for being wrong. I don't know if I want to accept it right now because you called me a knockoff on last week's show.
Yeah, I did.
Not only did you call me a knockoff, you said, and let me pull it up here.
He's gonna pull it up. Just pull it up. Don't pull it out. Not that kind of show.
Not that kind of show.
At least
Well-
yet. If we get more sponsors, maybe it could be that kind. Of
And
Get our
I quote,
OnlyFans account.
in the Facebook
We'll take it
post-
off. We got no
in the
problem with
Facebook
it.
post, Steve,
Red on TikTok takes off his shirt all the goddamn time. In fact, I don't think Red has ever worn a shirt on TikTok. Go ahead, Turtle. I'm sorry.
So, and I quote in the post from last week's show, little boy, put in the work for almost 20 years, then talk to me.
Uh-oh. We're about to get
So-
some Elite Pro shit going.
Now, okay, I could almost forgive the, knockoff crap because you were completely wrong about that. But that comment right there, where do you get off telling me to put in almost 20 years of work when I have.
Not 20, son. Not 20. You're not.
Almost.
You're not where I'm at. Have you put in the years I've put in? Yes or no?
Almost 18.
No. That is a yes or no statement. Have you put in the years I have? Yes or no?
You put in 20 years.
19 going on 20 this October. Yes or no? Have you put in those years? I ain't talking about sitting as a fan. I'm talking about in this business.
Whoa.
That's a yes or no statement.
No, because I don't need to answer that right now. Because if you had
Yes
listened
or
to
no?
Podbean, if you listened to Podbean, you'd know.
I didn't want to go to sleep, so I didn't.
Well, then you would have been enlightened. Because let me enlighten you a
Why
little
can't you answer the question?
You
Yes
want-
or no?
I'm being evil.
bit. Am I 19 going on 20?
Hey,
No.
Hey,
Thank
I'm-
you.
you trying to
17
Thank you.
yeah.
17 going on 18. And in
Gotta
those
get that.
Okay, so 17 and 18 years.
Word.
Have you been East Coast?
no,
Are you known worldwide?
I might be.
No, are you known? Ain't no might be. Are you known?
I could be.
Good answer.
I was on the IWA Mid-South 500 show.
So let me ask you this. If I Google you, will you come up?
I came
I
up
don't
the
even
other day.
Google
I
myself.
myself.
But
I'm
the
just
point-
saying. If I pull out my device and I Google you,
Everybody's pulling stuff out tonight. We should have.
is your wrestling resume going to pop up?
Not as a ref, probably. That's what I did most of my career. It was reffing.
Plain and simple. When you put in all the work that I have, I am known world fucking wide.
Oh, so wait, it's being known worldwide is putting in the work, not all the hard work that I went through, the training I did.
Oh, so I didn't go through the same hard training.
Did I say you didn't?
Plain and simple. Plain and simple. What you try to do now, me, P.L. Myers, Chaz, we have built the ground that you're trying to do in Northland.
See, had you listened,
Wait.
Hey, it's Ryan
Wait.
Matthews. Hi, Ryan.
Hold on a sec. Hold on.
that's a
Hold on.
beautiful face.
Look at those teeth. Those are the straightest Caucasian white teeth I've ever seen in my life. And his gums are extremely healthy. I've never been this close to his face, but that is an immaculate complexion and some really shiny teeth.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is that how
For
we
who?
get our questions
For
answered?
who?
It's a Ryan Matthews break.
So, how does this even come about as far as the two of you being mad at the same amount of years? Like, with all due respect, I've done refereeing not that long, and that's rough. 3, 5, and 10 seems like it's easy, but some of y'all wrestlers you know fast and running around and everything else.
I hear that if you put in 6 to 9 months of really hard work, that
Mhm.
you're somebody.
Well,
That's what I hear.
Well,
I heard
hold
that on Podbean.
Well, here's the thing, and the only reason I'm going about it because I've been on both sides, actually all the fences.
6 to 9 months. You get on that fence,
Yeah,
and then take a break,
no,
and then come back and go on
No.
Podbean for 6 years. Did you do that?
No,
By the way,
Okay,
I bought
just-
my
just curious.
the only reason I'm
Brought to you by the good folks at Chips Ahoy.
only,
There's a lot of chips in those cookies right here on the Power Hour.
the only reason I'm asking this is because I've been in the ring with both of you guys on opposite fences, and both of you guys put in a hell of a lot of work, whether it's wrestling or managing or refereeing. So I'm still trying to figure out as far as you guys.
Because you can't, him managing is a damn near insult
How?
to the people that have came before. So when our next guest comes on, ask him who made the plane reservations,
Okay.
who made the hotel reservations,
So it's
who
not
get their guys from one point to a fucking another. I am a real fucking manager.
And you are a fine, good one too. But
best.
here is the problem. This is the problem with your statement right now. Up at Northland, I'm not trying to be a respectable manager. I am Metalhead's tag team partner who just happens to be at ringside, and I don't have to be in my gear if I'm not wrestling. Was I wearing a dress shirt? Yes, I was. Was I wearing a leather jacket? I was. I had a baseball bat for protection. I was just trying to look cute. It had nothing to do with being a respectable manager. But here's the thing.
Wait, here's the what?
I wasn't some bump on the log like you guys mentioned about some girl.
Flag.
Bring up more bullshit now. Come on. I can go all day.
So, the same shit that you have bashed me about on social media, now you need a bat for protection. So the same shit that you've called me, you've become.
Damn.
You
I
might
told
have.
you I wasn't going to win.
There's no mic to it. I just proved it. The same shit that you constantly say, oh, C-Red can't do this and C-Red can't do that. But yet you went to a show.
You have all of our timeouts.
And 3 already. You use this if you want. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, Red's gone. Oh, no. Oh, dude. Red, where'd you go?
He got so angry.
What the hell? He's going to think I did that. The last time this happened, this is not my fault.
So angry.
What happened? I'm texting him.
Oh,
I didn't do it.
Let him know. He's so mad at you. He's so mad at you. He blew himself up. He's so angry. Pow.
Give him a cookie.
That's fine. We take food break.
Now you could be a victim.
Whoa.
I'm fine.
Listen. I have a lot of respect for you, not only as a referee, but as a wrestler. I think you do well and you excel in both things. And I know you were put in a bad spot, and I know you were disrespected by a great many. I understand disrespect when it comes to SCW more than you know. But my point is, I didn't not book you because I didn't want to hear your side of the story. I just didn't have an opening. But then I heard Podbean run his mouth, and it made me think that perhaps I overlooked an opportunity, which is why we brought you in. I love you. You know this. I want to hear from you, but I don't know what you're looking for here. I want to help you always, but I feel like the way you were handled on Podbean was a bit disrespectful. Now, I'm not saying you said all negative things. I listened to the whole show. And when I said, did they take him soft at Elite Pro, I wasn't speaking of the entire roster. I was making an off-color joke, shall we say. And I shouldn't have. That was a bit disrespectful on my part. I'm big enough man to admit that I was wrong. And I'll apologize to C-Red and Marshe, who both came from Elite Pro as well. I was merely saying that I didn't quite understand, though you said nice things, you said some things that weren't, as far as I could tell, accurate. And I was just wondering what you hoped to get out here that you didn't get out over there.
All I wanted was, at that time, was to tell my side of things, express how I felt after that night. That's all I want.
They say I'm the guy that stirs the pot. I think Podbean stirs the pot an awful lot, because I don't know if you listened to the Hunter Payne episode, but Hunter said some pretty negative things about this show. Now, he's got heat with Red because of Red's decision, and Red's a businessman. And when Red feels like business is not well, he's going to change. He's been doing that for decades. He no longer thought Elite Pain was a viable option for him. He wanted the opportunity to bring the ARC in. Terry Allen made an offer, probably. I can't speculate about that. All I can say is C-Red does what's best for C-Red and C-Red business. So Hunter came on with all of this Christ that made no sense to me. And then there was Podbean, Stir in the Storm, Power Nap, Power Hour sucks. Steve's a flim flam artist. He doesn't have any respect. He's this guy. He's that guy. You know, I'll give him this. Maybe I didn't train at Elite Pro for 9 whole months. And maybe I haven't been podcasting for 6 years. And we welcome back Red. We're glad to see Red. We'll let Red react to this in a moment. But even though I didn't work at Elite Pro, even though I've only been podcasting for 3 or 4 years, I don't even keep track of it. I know we're about to hit 100 episode here in the summer, and we're going to have a party. So stay tuned for that. My point is,
Oh,
what's he doing? Oh, his
he's
computer.
showing you what happened.
His computer's all jacked up. Look at you get to see inside the lab. It's like watching remember when Dr. Dre on the halftime, you got the city came
It's a
down.
literal lab.
He's got the Dr. Dre setup right there. I think Red might be Dre.
We're cooking stuff. Your point was
When you fuck with Red, you're fucking with a Power Hour. It's like Dre and Death Row. When you fuck with Dre, you're fucking with Death Row. That's what Snoop said. Snoop was high though.
Yeah.
He said it anyway. My point is, maybe I didn't train at Elite Pro with the great athletes that were there. Maybe I haven't been podcasting for 6 years. But right now, by my count, I work for 7 established companies that all think I'm worth paying for my service. So maybe I'm not the joke that Podbean thinks I am. But maybe I need to go on Podbean myself to clear up some of this crap. I thought I cleared it all up, but apparently I didn't, because you guys can't keep power out your mouth. Can't keep us out your mouth.
Look, I am not.
And you went on there because nobody else was offering. And then the Podbean says, come on out. We'll let you stir up a shitstorm.
Okay, I went on there. I pleaded my case.
You and Hunter Payne took the easy way out.
Did I
That's
take the
disappointing.
easy way out? Did I really take the easy way out?
You kind of did. Because you don't want
No.
this heat.
Because I'm the one that's been clapping back at everybody while everyone else sits at home. I clap back. I'm not afraid.
Red, does he clap back? Is he afraid or is he not afraid, C-Red?
Wow.
I thought he had Legos there. That's he's got like a Lego mat. Ready to build some shit.
So I will give Turtles due. Really? Now you want to restart?
Technology, man. I love it.
Acknowledge that computer. Your computer is Roman Reigns.
And clearly I must, because who would ever? I would have rather the internet had went down versus update. Like, really? The computer decided now it wants to do an update. Turtle will let whatever said, and he will respond. I'll give him that. Whether he's right or wrong, he'll respond. Again. So, I mean, whether Turtle likes me, doesn't like me, it really doesn't matter. When it comes to this mess, Turtle really needs to open his eyes. Then guess what? You've already stated it. I didn't say it. Steve didn't say it. Rion Vision didn't say it.
Guess what? See, I told you it was going to catch on.
Turtle said it. Then guess what? Nobody in CSW had his back. Nobody.
We know how that feels.
And right, we know how that feels. So maybe you should start really thinking, Turtle. Yeah, you said if we watch High Voltage, that hey, okay, you earned Creed's respect. Okay, maybe you did. But does that mean, Turtle, that if the shit hits the fan again, Creed's gonna have your back?
Only time will tell.
But see, we don't have time, Turtle, and that's the problem. There's a war going on, and guess what? They're picking people apart piece by piece.
And we are just about to go to the belly of the beast in a few weeks. And we're riding together because I ain't fucking driving to Wisconsin. I'm not losing everything on this trip.
Oh, who's driving?
Brandon.
Oh, Lord.
Brandon's, if I'm going with Mullet Boy driving the car. That's for damn sure. I'll sit back and sleep. Here's my point. And here's C Red's point. And this is what you need to understand, young man. When we go to Wisconsin to a bowling alley to be entertained by Powell, if bad things happen, I will get in anybody's face that messes with you. They mess with you, they mess with me. They come at you, I go at them. And I've got just a little bit of pent up rage. No pun intended, Mitch. The point
I thought
is,
you were talking about that other guy. Oh,
well, the
okay.
other guy, they're the same thing. Same
He's
person.
retired, right? I
I
retired him.
don't know. You just never know. The point of
I
the matter
retired
is
him.
this. I'll have your back the entire time we're there. There'll be other SCW people there. What are they going to do when the shit hits the fan? That's what you have to. You don't have to worry about my loyalty, even though you've been running me down for a week. You don't have to worry about my loyalty. My loyalty is deep.
I didn't run down. I just look.
And here's the
Here's the funny part.
Here's the
He's
funny
that
part.
guy.
I'm
Here's
certain-
the
Damn
funny
right
part.
he is.
Here's the funny part.
told you to callous up.
Here's the funny part. That guess what, Turtle? Even if I show up,
Brandon's still driving.
regardless, till we have our own issues,
Makes sense.
who's had your back the whole time they've known you?
Not Podbean. Not Podbean. Podbean be in the basement.
I might not agree how you do shit. I might not like how you do shit. But let's break down the fourth wall.
The
Who's
fourth
had
wall
your
is
back?
coming down, just like the Berlin Wall, but with red.
I mean, yeah, you were there.
Okay, so if shit pops off, do you think let's put all of this shit aside? Mike.
Oh, he went Mike. He brought the mic out. Oh my God.
Do you think Sean is going to let something happen to Mike?
No.
Thank you. But there lies the problem. That guess what? At the end of the night, it just might just be Steve, Mike, and Sean. There might not be any red shirts, pardon the pun.
You need to call
Coming
Max
to
to help
save you.
us out. You need to say, hey, Max, partner, these guys might need your help because nobody else want to help them. I could really use Sue right about that.
I'm just saying, I really want you to think about this.
Here, call Max now.
You said you didn't listen to the Hunter Payne episode of the Podbean. That's fine. But there was one question, again, he never really answered. He made a statement and said he's always the one in the front. No, since this war started, it's been Steve. He didn't even acknowledge that it hasn't been him. It's been Steve. When Steve got jumped, he wasn't even
In the
around.
future.
But yet he's the one in the front. And again, I want you to think about, and I stick to my guns. If he wanted this to be over, why hand over a title shot against Scott Spade to James Creed?
I have to, see, I don't like to argue with C-Red's points because I usually agree with everything C-Red says. Although some photos were revealed to me that have me questioning a few things, but we'll get to that in a minute.
I can send photos too.
No, we're not going to send those photos. I've had conversations with people. Those photos were a mistake. That the fact that I got them, I'm gonna respect the wishes of the person that contacted me, and I'm not gonna out anybody right now. But I saw them. It was enlightening. It was enlightening indeed. The point is,
did I look good? That's all that matters.
well, C-Red, as much as I hate to admit it, I can't ever remember a time where you weren't looking good, but that's neither here nor there. The problem with what's going on with Hunter and what he's been saying, I love SCW, and and I mean that they've done a lot for me, and personally, I wanted to work there for as long as they wanted to have me, but they've put me in a position where I feel like they don't value me. And that's,
you know what that's called?
What?
An unsafe work environment.
Well, that's not wrong, 100%. And Hunter goes on these podcasts and says, I bring this all on myself. I do this, he should be so lucky to have somebody to stand up and champion his brand in a war. I don't see many other people taking that mantle. Now, Sean Mulligan took that mantle. He went and he kicked ass and took names. Max Holiday, James Creed went and they took care of business. C-Red always taking care of business. That's what makes this so unfortunate. And that's why it all ends for me in February. I'm going to march to POW, not for SCW's sake, but because there are a couple of people that need a receipt. I've talked about being calloused up, and I've heard about receipts and, all the lovely hyperbole that the vets in this business like to throw around. All the terminology that the people that have been in this business a long time, they deal in receipts. We use our fists. We don't talk. Blah, 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 blah. I have 2 receipts that will be cashed in March 5th at POW. Believe me. And I'm not doing it because Hunter Payne wants me to do it. I'm not doing it because I give a rat's ass at this point to defend brand loyalty, because that brand hasn't been loyal to me. But I got 2 guys that are wearing those POW shirts that I need to shut the fuck up. And I'm going to POW March 5th to shut them up. And everyone's like, well, you're not going to shut anybody up. You're an announcer. You're a commentator, ring announcer. You don't fight. Bullshit. Those days are gone. Fat, tubby Steve that can't even barely move, he don't exist. I will come in there and I'll whip your ass. Believe it.
Moving around pretty good, actually.
So that's what I have to say about that. And Turtle, I love you, and I will stand by your side in March. But the fact that you went on Podbean and said some of the things you said, you were a victim. And since tonight is about victims, I'm going to circle back to that. You were a victim of a man that has an agenda fueled by SCW, and he wants to pit everybody against me and C-Red. He's been gunning for us. I didn't even know he was talking shit. I'm like, JFW, what? Oh, I said it. Podbean. I didn't know who they were until someone said, hey, this guy's running you down. Okay, you're running me down. Let's bring him on. So I did the thing I did with you tonight. Let's bring him on. Let's hear him out. And I thought we had reached an accord. But then happened again. And he ran down C Red. Now, I might not be a member of the ARC. I was never a soul toucher. Never even saw a wrestling match with Team Dammit in it. But Red and I have done over 80 episodes of this show together. And Red and I have worked in a great many locker rooms together. Red and I have sung songs together. Red and I played fantasy football together. Now, Red is a character in this business, but personally, he's one of my friends, one of my close friends, one of my friends that I would do things for that would put myself out. I would put my well-being on the back burner to help see Red. He's my friend. Nobody is allowed to disrespect C Red and not hear from me about it. And if there's a fight and his ARC boys aren't there to bail him out, regardless of what we're going through any promotion, I will step outside myself and I will have his back. Turtle, I thought you were that guy that would always have my back. And I think you still do, but I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed what they did to you on Podbean. I'm disappointed what SCW has put you through. People need to be accountable, and we will hold them accountable. Those are my thoughts.
You know, when it comes down to it, when it comes to you, you are my friend. You were there, and I mentioned it on Podbean.
You did the
You were the
Travis
person.
thing. You were my friend, but Steve, sometimes this is how he is.
Well, the thing is, you do things that are questionable. And you do praise people that are really not there for you either. You got hit by a kendo stick and you blame an entire company for not being there. But this connection that you praise so much, where are they? You are number 23, remember?
I do. And every night I go to the gym and Miranda Wrights kicks my ass so I get into shape and I can defend myself when I need to. I wear that connection shirt. Being part of the connection transcends what you're going after here. And I understand what you're saying. My connection didn't have my back. They didn't come get me, just like SCW did. At this point, there are no members of the connection other than myself and John Hudson, who hasn't been there in certain situations. And John Hudson's a champion. And John Hudson's also an original member of the ARC. And I don't see him coming to see Red's rescue every time either. The point I'm making is Chicago Connection, PL Myers, Kingpin, Steve Michaels, the entire entity that is the connection is not on the payroll of the promotions that I work at. And I can't expect them to constantly travel to where I am. I'm a big boy. I don't go into these fights with the expectation that PL is going to come and save me. PL doesn't need to save me. I can save myself. And when and if I call on the connection, you damn skippy that number 23 will have an army. I haven't had to do it. I've taken a fair amount of ass kickings. I don't mind the ass kickings. Sometimes I even deserve it. Not above saying that either. When I need the connection, when I call the connection will have my back. PL messages me several times a week. Do you need us? And I say, PL, thank you. When I do, you'll be the first person I call. When it gets to a point where I need to make a statement, the connection will be there. Don't dog the connection.
All right, well, then PL better not dog me.
Well, I can't speak for PL Myers. PL Myers is above me.
Well, he's another one that said some wrong things, and he's on my bad side now.
Now, we love Turtle. Now, Turtle, despite all of the animosity and all the heat we've had here tonight, you are one of my favorite people in this business. You work your ass off. You give your heart and soul like very few others that I know. So though we're taking you to task tonight, which we have every right to, it's our show. What we say goes here. I don't want you to take our criticism and our intense talking as the fact that we don't love you. We do.
This is intense.
But that's why I didn't necessarily think to rush right out and have you come on and tell your story, because I thought your story told itself, just like C-Red said. But we had you on anyway, and we love you as a guest. You're rocking the Chicago style t-shirt, which makes me feel glad.
Well, there's a show Friday, so I have to plug it.
And we're going to talk about that right now as we wait for Marshe Rockett's, or as we wait for C-Red's son, Marshe Rockett. Before we get into CSW, Roses Are Red this Friday night in Franklin Park, C-Red and I had a couple of shows that we did this past weekend. I was named the new commissioner of Fusion Wrestling Chicago. I'm very proud of this. The locker room is fantastic. It's my first ever opportunity to work at the Galley Arena, which is historic, legendary. You can feel the vibes. You walk in and, there's, well, it looks like we're going to have to talk about Fusion in a minute, because we're about to have another aspect of Victim Appreciation Night. Let's bring him in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the Power Hour for a historic 13th time, the one, the only Rocket Pro Wrestling Champion. Red has got to hang up his phone. He's got to hang up.
Red.
I was about to say, that's the introduction I get. Oh my god!
I'm sorry. Okay, we got it.
Echo.
C-Red was trying to exist in two multiverses.
The multiverse.
C-Red was trying to do a whole flashpoint. He was trying to do Soul Touches and Team Damn It simultaneously.
Oh my god!
He got the bends. RPW heavyweight champion, the one, the only Marshe Rockett. Now,
hello. What's up, Red? What's up, Turtle?
Hey, man. Hey, bro.
What's up,
You look
Leon?
good with that belt, baby.
I know, baby.
wish
Still,
I could
hey,
share it with
it's still here, baby.
I
Still
see.
here.
I
Still
see.
here.
before we even let the champ go to town, I need to start by saying I'm sorry.
Wait. What's that?
I'm sorry. I was wrong. Marshe Rockett never should have doubted you. Marshe Rockett, you are indeed a victim. The way you have been treated, not only by me, but by many other people in Joliet,
Not me.
is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
The whole point of this show is victim appreciation. And when Joey Roth showed up at Cupid's Carnage, I realized at that moment that I was completely wrong. And then to watch the match you had with Aaron Stone, and then to be confronted by the architect of the Chicago Bear Hug, Steve Michaels, and then him granted a title shot walking in the front door by our GM, Jay Beck, the paycheck, with more beard than brains, tells me all I need to know about how wrong I was. And Marshe Rockett, my apology doesn't stop there. I've known you for many years. I have worked with you in many places. And I picked this place to question you because I had never seen you in this light. When I look back, all the way back to Darkness Falls, I completely misread the entire situation.
Mhm.
I'm a big enough man to admit that I was dead wrong, and I am sorry. There you have it.
Wow. Wow. I mean, looking at social media, I read your post about, victim appreciation night. I knew you were going to apologize. I didn't know that this was going to be, you're going to make me cry, Steve.
You are a 13-time guest on this show. And as we speak, we are getting that jacket together.
Are you really? Don't be,
completed.
hey, now Steve, you might have apologized now, but honestly, if I don't see that jacket, we're gonna have problems, bro.
You earned the jacket. You
Okay,
earned the jacket.
just saying.
You earned it. There's no doubt.
Saying.
C-Red gets a jacket. I get a jacket. Rion gets a jacket. Because you're part of the show now.
Rion Vision.
Rion Vision.
Oh, is that what the thing was earlier?
Rion's here. We are being filmed in Rion Vision.
Oh, okay.
I have no
That
idea
was
what's going
mystical
on.
stuff going on. Yes.
Marshe Rockett, you at Cupid's Carnage had a match in which a young man that I'm going to say that you have somewhat mentored for a few years, as I have watched, stood up and matched you, and let me coin this properly, tit for tat, in a match that I wasn't sure Aaron Stone was capable of having. But he took you to task, and he put some chops on you that I don't see anybody putting on Marshe Rockett. What are your thoughts about that extremely difficult yet very impressive match from just a few weeks ago?
Aaron Stone. I would like to say I'm surprised, but honestly, I'm not shocked at all, Steve. I'm not shocked at all of what Aaron Stone produced that night. Here's why. Aaron Stone, as you pointed out earlier, was pretty much being mentored by the champ, right? Now, I showed him some tricks, and on that night, he showed that he was listening. For the first time, somebody was finally listening to the instructions being given, and he did his damnedest to try to turn it around. He wasn't successful, okay? I taught him a few tricks.
But you didn't teach him everything.
All the tricks, okay? But he did. He tried his damnedest to try to take this away from the champ. I give kudos to him. Kudos to Aaron Stone. He showed the world he has the stones to go toe-to-toe with all day. Fortunately, he still fell short. Just like Chris Logan, just like Grin. Brubaker didn't even show up, so he's, but no, kudos to him. And you know what? After a performance like that, there's no doubt in anybody's mind now that Aaron Stone is the next big thing in Rocket Pro and whatever promotion.
Agreed.
Give him a chance. He is going to be a future main eventer. I promise you that.
Well, he is taking the first timeout of the second half. Put the timeout thing up there.
That's the timeout. Oh my God.
Timeout. That's our timeout.
I would like to correct you, Marshe. What he showed is that he does not stand up to the measuring stick in this business, which is all day Marshe Rockett. That I've been saying all along. That guess what, Steve?
He's been saying it.
What you think? It's not really going on. But every week, Marshe is a victim, and
play it back.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Red. Didn't I say all he had to do was go back and check tape?
And I did.
That's it.
And I did.
We was trying to help you, man.
You
That's all we was
I
doing.
again, I was arrogant, egotistical. I believe I was even crazy because I asked for an M80. That's just not going to happen. But the point is, I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Just don't let it happen again, man. That's all. Look, I'm forgiving as well. Okay. I'm a benevolent champion. Okay.
true.
I understand people make mistakes. When people talk out of turn, they need correction, but we move past that. Aaron Stone, he came out trying to take the title. He got corrected, and now we're moving past it. That's all.
And you deserve we'll all applaud. We'll all applaud here. Turtle applaud.
Just do the thing, man. Just
Do the thing. Shortly after that victory, Steve Michaels comes out and gets in your
Who?
face
Who?
and sets up the main event for Shamrock Showdown on March the 12th, which
Who?
Steve Michaels,
Who?
the Chicago Bear Hug.
Who?
Okay.
I'm just saying. I've seen the flyer. I've seen the flyer, but there's only one person that's known worldwide. That's one person that is on TV as we speak.
He is. It's true.
And his name is All Day Marshe Rockett.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a paying customer, if I decided to show up, I'm paying
He's
to
not-
see
He's lying.
All Day
Morris
Marshe.
Day. The ticket says Morris Day. You won't
said
have a
if-
dollar out of your pocket.
I said if I
paid
was a
for
paying
your
customer.
ticket, it's under Morris Day, and it says I love you, Morris, signed Jerome, and I'll have the mirror. I'll even do the jungle up, but that's neither here nor there. You don't have to pay to come to Rockett. I've got this thing all set up for months.
That's not
For
either
months
here
you
nor
could've
there.
come see your
That's
boy.
neither here nor there.
Let the man
There-
make a point.
There's only one person that the people, not only you, Steve, you have reconciled tonight, but the fans of Rocket Pro need to
Mhm.
show up and pay homage to the man that has carried this company on their back.
Mm-hmm.
And his name is All Day Marshe Rockett. It's nobody else. Nobody else. And nobody else before him had to go through all these hoops and all this bull and all this other stuff
Back.
to prove that they were a justified champion.
Uh-oh.
Month after month, too. Month after month.
Rion's calling a Ryan Matthews timeout.
I've been there since the beginning of Rocket Pro's existence, and you are 100% correct. As many hoops as you have been through, there's been a lot, and I have not seen as many hoops as you've been through. Like,
Right?
you will have a troop around you.
Dude, I've been thinking, is this a wrestling show? Or is this the what is that? The
American
the
Ninja
dog-
Warrior.
No, the dog
Yes.
kennel, the dog kennel Olympics or
Westminster
whatever.
Dog Show.
Right. But all the hoops that they be
You're
making
welcome.
the dogs.
Boy,
Marshe sits up here month after month. They throw curveballs. They bring guys out of retirement. They calling folks from the old folks home. Oh my God.
There have been 3 Rocket Pro champions other than yourself, and that was just amazing. The the Shogun himself and Mark Reconcile, and none of them had to
None
deal
of them.
with stuff that you have had.
None of them. Listen, and just to bring up, okay, when Shogun had the championship, right? What happened? He was just living his best life, just holding the championship. Now, I know a lot of people will come on here and they will sit up there and say, well, but Marshe, it was the pandemic. He couldn't have a wrestling show. He couldn't defend the title. I call BS on that. because then they had the best of the Midwest
I
show.
was there. I was
Yes,
there.
you were there, Rion.
Yeah.
He could have defended the championship there. So, you know, to say, oh, about the pandemic, I call BS on that. Jay Beck, not one time has done to Shogun what he has done to me, even before I won this championship. When I became #1 contender, he was already lining guy after guy after guy to take the #1 contendership away from me, like it was a damn title. I
That's
was in
true.
threats.
That's accurate.
I was in gauntlets. I was unsurprised. I wasn't even scheduled to wrestle that night. I showed up to talk, and next thing I know, here comes the money, and he sits up there. And he starts just putting guy after wave, and I'm like, bro. Then I win the championship, and he comes back tenfold with it. Now he brings Steve Michaels, who, by the way, I don't know who let in the door. We need, well, you know what we need? We need tighter security.
Fair point.
Because that man walked straight through the curtain. Did anybody ID him? Did anybody say, was he even a part of Cupid Carnage?
I think we need a new general manager. There are clearly better options for Rockett Pro.
I understand the whole forbidden door, you know, but at some point,
There's no door, Rockett.
There's no door.
It's a barn door that got kicked out. Their horses left a while ago.
you know, close the windows, close the attics or something, man. This is getting ridiculous. The people just walking right in and say, I would like a title shot, and we just give it to them. How fair is that, man?
And you want to know what's unfair?
I thought I was going to get one.
I publicly accepted your challenge for Cupid Carnage.
He did.
You did.
I
You did.
Oh, we're
publicly
a father-son
accepted.
match.
You did.
Oh, and they just didn't. They denied you.
Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
look.
And that's Marshe, you know, I'm about money. You about money. And guess what? That would have made money. People would have came from all over the see, both of us, all our years together, finally
And
beat the
it was a great
finally,
main event.
great main event. But did
he
I
was-
hear from Rockett Pro?
But you had a ticket. It was there.
That's different.
I didn't want a ticket. I wanted an invitation and a contract that said that guess what? They accepted that I put the challenge out and I was willing to step up against
was
Marshe,
open.
and they did not do it.
It was
They did
open.
not. I was the first person as soon as the challenge was out. I responded.
It's true. That's a fair point. Well, we talked that Jay Beck is a little off his game right now. Maybe things will improve as time goes by.
A little off.
Well, a lot off. It's the beard. He's beard heavy.
All right.
We're gonna focus. Now, Marshe Rockett is the Rockett Pro champion. He's got that title there. But Marshe Rockett has got a few other activities this month, not Rockett Pro, not even NWA, which is fantastic in its own right. This Friday night in Franklin Park, a real general manager has made a very interesting match, teaming you with the tag team Big Mood. Which that right there is worth the price of admission. I mean, I'm all about controversy creates cash. You, Mateo Valentine, and Jack Moody as a tag team, I'd pay money to see it. That's
They
why.
are very good.
Now you guys are taking on the tag team of Acid Jazz, Joey Mayberry,
Mhm.
and the man that took you to the woodshed last month and delivered a beating. You won because all it takes for Marshe Rockett is an M80 in 3 seconds.
That's right.
I don't know. He went to a green screen.
What just happened? What is he doing?
He might be indisposed. Maybe he had to pee. I don't know. Well,
Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. All right.
oh, we're talking about CSW and
he's
Red.
out.
Yeah,
Okay,
Red's
he's
taking
out.
that. That's not a Ryan Matthews
No, not a
timeout.
timeout.
That's a
That's not-
TV timeout. So that match against Tupu was a good old-fashioned hoss match. Two big men, two skilled men just beating the snot out of each other. And Tupu took a toll on you. And for a long time now at CSW, you and Acid Jazz have been dealing with some friction. So I want to bring you back to after season premiere ended, and we had this. We're going to take an opportunity to go check on Marshe Rockett. He had an incredibly violent match against Solomon Tupu tonight, and I'm worried about his well-being as general manager. It's my responsibility to make sure our athletes are in okay condition after grueling matches like this. Jay Beck don't do that shit. Jay Beck don't do it. Marshe, yeah. Can I have a moment? Yeah, sure. What's up? Marshe Rockett, you were in an incredibly grueling match against young Solomon Tupu. Yeah. He got an opportunity to fight elite competition, and he pushed you to your limit. And everybody wants to know how you're feeling. It looked like things didn't end so well. You got the victory, but you got taken to the woodshed. How are you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Steve. A little bit sore, a little bit worse for wear, but it's what we do, right? It's 2022. And it's...
I'm sorry, Marshe. Let me go get the door.
Who is it?
We're taping it here. Who the hell is this?
Oh my God.
Jazz, what the hell are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Jazz, I don't need
What are you doing here? Hey,
Oh,
what do you want in
trying
here?
to kick me out, man. It's cold outside, man. You got taken out because you can't control yourself. Dude, what is this cold outside, man? Let's go back in here, man. Trying to catch that
What the hell are you doing
pneumonia.
here?
Oh, I came in. Congratulate you, man. Hey, that's absolutely unacceptable. I was just,
What's wrong with you, man?
you hurt your little shoulder, right? Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear about that, man.
Look,
Wait,
2021 is over. 2021 is over, okay? I already beat you. As far as this is concerned, we're done. We're done. It's 2022, okay?
and guess what? In 2022, I'm just warmed up, baby. You know what? It's okay. I just want to congratulate you. Good job, sir. Very good job. Now we get spice on the shoulder. Come on! Haven't you had enough mess quick? Why you bringing up Osa, man? That was all last year, man. Toilet water? Marshe Rockett, I am so sorry. Are you okay? Peace in the neighborhood. We need some peace in the neighborhood. Red, come get your boy.
Hey,
Turtle's gone.
Turtle's gone.
We'll get it back.
He smacked him so hard he knocked him off of the thing.
Knocked him into the other multiverse.
You want me? So I was there, Steve, in December, correct?
Yes.
Do you know how awkward that was?
Yes.
All the times that we've known each other, the road trips, the shenanigans, and to sit at CSW and Marshe's locker room is there, Jazz's locker room is there. They walk past each other. If you even noticed during the ceremony, they didn't even acknowledge each other. Like they had no history, no friendship whatsoever. And I'm in the middle. At one point, Marshe, hey, Red, hey, and gives me a hug. And Jazz just walks on past. And he waits hours later. Hey, what's up, Red? How you doing? There's tension there. I don't know if even I can fix this. I don't know. We've had Jazz on here before. He's explained. I don't agree with his theory. with his theory, but I don't know. Marshe, what say you?
He offered you an explanation. What did he say? Because I'll be honest with you, I never got one.
He gave us one. He said more or less that you weren't a brother to him.
He said that. It's true.
He said that, you know, I don't know if it's about other opportunities that you have gotten or received, but he feels like you left him in the dust, I guess.
That's what he said.
On this show.
He came on here and he said, I left him in the dust.
Well, I'm paraphrasing, but you know, he did say, you know, you know people for so long and you think they're your brothers and you find out they not.
Okay. All right.
So how do you think I feel? I'm stuck in the middle. If I show up Friday night, what am I supposed to do?
Watch Acid Jazz get his ass kicked. That's how that works. You just have a front row seat for it. That's all that is. Listen, at this point, I've already said my piece. When this first went down, okay, let's wind the clock back. All right. Jazz has been gone for X amount of time. And unbeknownst to fans, unbeknownst to anybody else, I've called Jazz off and on to check on him and to see, hey man, when you coming back to CSW? And every time was like the same answer. I don't know, man. I'll come back when the time it feels right. Okay, no pressure. Oh, hey, the door is always open. I got your back, right? That's all. Every time I talk to him, that's what I would say. That's what I would message him. I got your back. Okay. Fast forward a little bit. The burn-ins wreaking havoc in CSW. They're causing a little trouble. Okay. Obviously, it catches my attention. I don't like it. Numbers game starts to come in on me. Okay. Don't have a whole lot of backup. No one's really coming to my aid, but it's CSW. You know, it's a tough world out there, but you're going to stand on your own. I'll be all right. But who shows up? Jazz. And nobody is more excited, especially in that situation, because no numbers game, but nobody is more excited to see Acid Jazz but me. Right? Couple of months go by, and I think the old gang is back together again. Jazz and Marshe, the dynamic duo, ready to dominate Chicago-style wrestling yet again. Comes March, I get the opportunity to once again become CSW champion. And it wasn't Vic Capri that took the knife and stabbed it in my back and twisted it, but it was my brother, Acid Jazz. Now, even before we went to the level that we did,
Nesquik. Too much Nesquik.
I sat up there and I would call him and I wanted an explanation. I wanted the reason why Acid Jazz decided to do what he did. Give me a reason. You know what I got? Every time. Not a text, not an email, not a phone call, nothing. For a year, Steve. And anybody who has ever been around me and Jazz for even a second, no, we talk all the time. We talk all the time. But in that period of time, nothing. No rhyme, no reason. The only reason he gave me, the only choice he left me was to handle business like I always handle business. You come after me and what's mine, I take you out. And now he's trying to do it again. He's trying to disrupt what I have going for me. He's trying to take my opportunities, but even before I start to create them for myself. Now, as you just point out, season premiere, it's me and Tupu, right? One-on-one. All of a sudden, he decides he's going to commentate, sticking his nose where it didn't belong.
It's tough commentating with Jazz.
It's and then just like the footage you just showed, you're checking on me, right? Here comes in walks Jazz. All right. I thought I proved my point when I whooped his ass with Nestle Quick.
Quick.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. At this point, he's asking for another ass kicking. So
the Nestle Quick situation, he looked like he had just been snapped by Thanos and he was about to bust away. That's how much Nestle Quick was there.
like he aged 50 years,
God,
right?
Thanos snapped his fingers, Jazz. No!
50 years, didn't he? He went old real quick. He went real quick.
Red knows
Nestle
about that.
Nestle style.
Red knows it.
What did I have the fans chant, calling me Willy Wonka?
He was the magic chocolate man. Is what he was.
They called me, had them calling,
Really true,
they were calling me Willy Wonka after that stuff.
called
Boy,
him
those magic chocolate.
Nice.
I always get called Augustus Gloop.
Of course,
It's not right. It's not
No,
right.
but as far as the matchup this Friday night, man, you know what? I'm excited to tag with Big Moo. They've been doing big things in CSW. They're an awesome tag team. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to go straight to the top in the tag team division. So that's going to be fun. But as far as Joey Mayberry, Tupu, and Acid Jazz, man, I'm just taking my size 13 to each and every one of them. And I'm just stomping a mud hole in them. Period.
The only way that this can be fixed is if C-Red unites the touches. The only way.
I'll be honest with you, Steve.
The only way.
You know what? The ain't at this point in the game, ain't no talking no more.
I don't want to live in a world where I have to believe that that's impossible.
There's no talking. There's no talking. I tried to talk. I tried to be cordial. I tried to give the benefit of the doubt. But yet again, somebody wanted to get a little too big for his britches. So he says, I left him in the dust. I was no longer a brother to him. Fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Steve.
Yes.
You're all about money. I get that. And giving the fans what they want and they deserve.
Third year as the third season as general manager. Teddy Long didn't even have 3 seasons on SmackDown.
But and not saying, and don't take this the wrong way, Marshe, but not saying he can't handle himself. But there's 2 guys in this match that's put a bullseye on him. We already know the history, if people have watched the footage, of our favorite casting couch member versus his former partner, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of bad blood there. There's going to be a lot of cat fighting and bitch slapping. That's what I hear.
But understand, the other 2 guys on the other side are gunning for all day. Tupu, because think about it, Marshe just beat him.
That's true.
Marshe beat him.
All it took was 3 seconds and an M80.
It cleanly.
Cleanly.
You think he wants to sit back and let that go? No. And then this whole
He's the
situation
dragon of the Pacific.
and then this whole thing with Jazz that's been going on for over a year. Like, was it good business, Steve, to make this match. I understand it's gonna drive the fans there. That's probably the match that they want to see because it's gonna be match of the night. But I honestly think that you put Marshe in a bad situation.
Everybody wants to see Marshe and Jazz go at it one more time because of the matches they have had at the end of last calendar year. The problem is that I don't want to see it. I can't see it. I can't accept it.
But you made it.
I'm giving the fans what they want to see in a way, but I'm giving myself buffer so I don't have to see the heroes of my early days in this business. The name Touches means a lot. It has meant a lot to me my entire duration of this business. And I've only seen them once, but I know what that means. I can't be a party to making a match where these two go at it again. But people want to see it. Getting pressured, have it again. We want to see more Nesquik. We want to see Willy Wonka versus a Maniac. But I can't do it because I can't watch it again. I can't watch these brothers do what they do. It's too emotional for me. I have to commentate this. I have to be a professional. I need to give myself some protection or I'll go crazy. And people have already said that I've gone a little crazy in season 3, and that may be true. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But Marshe Rockett is a pro, and Marshe Rockett will get the job done no matter who his partner is. And hopefully it will be a great match. I know it'll be a great match. And hopefully it won't come down to those two one more time because I don't know what I'm going to do if it does.
Oh, you know it is. I'm gonna just snap my fingers again and then make Jazz go old again with some Nestle.
Marshe Rockett.
That's the great thing about Nestle Quick. You can never run out of it.
Nope, never. Always
Hey,
got
Steve.
the bag.
Well, Steve,
It's-
I'm telling you now, I'm not showing up. I refuse to watch two guys that I love and care about, that have rode the roads with me, chastised me when I'm wrong, patted me on my back when I'm right. I don't know what's going on with Jazz. We haven't talked to him in months, but I refuse to show up and be there
Get the,
because you asked me to be there.
That's on me. That's on me. That's on me.
the match.
Sorry about that. Sorry, that's on me.
Turtle, what do you got?
I mean, I was willing to wait, let's see it red, but we need to, there's two things we need to maybe, one accept, and we need to understand the other. Accept the fact that maybe the Soul Touchers are done.
No, I will never
We got-
accept that ever.
Maybe for
Blasphemy.
maybe not forever, but for now. And we
I like
just
that.
got to accept it.
Hey, the last time you did that, the computer died.
That's right.
And we need to think about that. Here's the second thing.
Here's the
We
funny
forgot.
part.
No, well, it could be funny. There's one person we did not mention in this match, Jack Moody, who is just as crazy as Jazz. So what if they are actually more evenly matched than we thought?
That's a fair
You got
point.
two people are gonna bitch slap each other. You got two nutsos can go at it, and then you got Marshe and Tupu. I mean, I don't think Marshe is at a disadvantage here.
No, and like I said earlier, Big Mood has been making some big moves, man. They've been rising through the ranks. Didn't they have a couple tag team title shots?
They were this close to winning those tag title shots. And,
There you go.
They will get another shot.
There you go. It's just a matter of time. I'll tell you what, Big Mood is consistent, bro. Big Mood is consistent.
Show that picture. How did you get that picture? Were you in his house? How the hell did you get there? Were you in his home? How did you do that? What kind of Ryan Matthews witchcraft is that?
Oh God, what
It's
happened?
not on me. It's not on me. I just did my
What the hell? He's in your house. He's in your house.
Oh my God.
Not on me. It popped up.
My God. I feel like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to walk through the door in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought Doctor Strange and the multi-universe
This
of
is
madness was
the hour universe of madness. My hair's all fucked up now. Friday night, Franklin Park, Chicago Style Wrestling. One hell of a card. Axel Rico being featured on AEW Dark this week takes on Jax Johnson, who may or may not be being managed by the worst manager on planet Earth, Levi LaGuire, if that's his real name. So that's one match.
who?
I finally am going to see that bastard Hades X1X bleed because I had to bring in the superstar to put down the monster. Boz versus Hades. That match was happening Friday night. TJ Steele, following the road to that path of gold, will take on the most electrifying man in all of Poland, if that is a thing, Mario Pardue.
Forget that, Mario. Forget that, Mario.
Then we have the old lion versus the new blood. The legend, a man that Marshe Rockett knows oh so well. Ice Pick Vic Capri taking on Conan Lycan.
Okay.
Past versus the present to make history in the future. That'll be a hell of a match. We have the arrival of Ashley D'Amboise, also from AEW Dark, challenging Heather Reckless for the CSW Women's title. We have Marshe Rockett and Big Mood taking on Jazz, Mayberry, and Tupu. We talked about that already. We also have the crazy six-man scramble. Not even sure I know what that means, but I like scrambled eggs, so I just threw it together like an omelet. We have CNC Destruction with Adam Stallion taking on Casey Nova. Get the stick. Get the stick. Taking on Casey Nova.
Not a timeout.
Not a timeout. Ryan Matthews and Sky Blue in a six-man scrambled eggs match. Then we have the Dope Kings, CJ Esparza, Nick Brubaker, the tag team champions, taking on the Cajun Huntsman, Cajun Kid Shane Boucher, the Huntsman Jay Marston. That's how you put tag teams together. You take their brands and you just kind of sandwich them with Wonder Bread. And then you have the main event, CSW champion Joey Avalon and his partner Sierra taking on Dream Girl Ellie, Blanco Loco. Whoever wins this match dictates the stipulations for the March event when they have singles matches. So when Sierra fights Ellie in March, this match will dictate the stipulation. Same thing when Blanco gets his rematch. The stipulation will be dictated by the winners. You won't want to miss this show. Plus, he's on NWA, but you're not going to Georgia. So come to Franklin Park and see Marshe Rockett do what he does best all day and all night. And if he has to do it against Acid Jazz, so be it. Tickets still available. Franklin Park is going to be rocking because you have the greatest general manager in the history of this business doing what he does best, giving you the best card possible with the best talent available. Do not shake your head at me, sir.
Aaron Xavier won't be there.
Is he general manager now?
Huh?
Is he general manager?
Is Aaron?
No, he was.
Oh,
He was one.
He was
Oh,
at one
okay.
time in crash testing.
Oh, back in the time when there was
But
like
you know what? That's speaking. You guys are all involved in crash tested wrestling.
Hold on now. Hold on.
You don't like that transition? Is that too fast for you? Do you want to bring Ryan Matthews back in?
Hold on. Not everybody. Not everybody.
No, not me.
Just they.
Well,
they-
you're
Hold on.
you're an official.
Hold on now.
He's a part-time official.
hey, relax now. Just keep
At
talking.
Crash Tested Wrestling, Marshe Rockett will be taking on.
See?
We'll be,
Yeah.
now, see, this is Marshe Rockett doesn't usually do comedy, but on February 26th, he's got a match against an attorney. I'm thinking this match is the duration of Santino Marella's Royal Rumble appearance against Kane. That's what I'm thinking.
Over in 1 second.
Over in 1 second. You're going to get a 3
No.
count in 1 second. I think that's what's going to
I'm
happen.
gonna take my time with this one.
I hope you.
I don't know.
I know.
I
that.
don't know.
I hope you kick him in the.
Tell
face.
me, Turtle, you are not going to advocate for that scumbag.
I can't stand the guy, especially after what happened at Crash Givings. But
Hit me with a damn briefcase. I'm not happy about that. But that's why I don't.
I'm not either. I'm not either. But Eric Schultz did hold his own against his own guy, Cody James, and he got the victory. So this one's going to be a tough one.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You've been wrong before, but not on this level. Marshe Rockett likes to go in the kitchen. He's not going in the kitchen. He's going in the supply closet. He's going to stick Schultz's face in the mop bucket. That's how that's going to go.
How many people have I thrown through that window?
At least two.
At least two. I think Brubaker went.
Brubaker went. Actually, Brubaker was running through his life for the window. You just kind of stuck Cody James like a bag of grapes through that window.
No, I'm gonna take my time on this one, and trust me, you know, the aftermath of Crash Givens has not slipped my mind by the least bit. Okay. You know, I know it's hard. Like, people think that, you know, becoming champion is the hardest part of being a wrestler, and it's like, nah, staying on top is. And as a champion, you accept that responsibility once you gain that title. I know that I had a bullseye on my back, and I was gladly taking on all comers. Come on, whatever, you know, the general manager, whatever the owner wanted
Even
to.
whether you were 100% healthy or not, you still took on all comers.
I was showing up. I was taking on all comers. Door was always open, revolving. But how is this? You know, highway robbery? Come on now.
Mhm.
High society.
You were a victim.
All they do is this. They do this all day.
Man's
You know,
got a larger head than Sputnik.
They're just talking trash all day.
Yep.
And it's like, and it's fine if you want to talk your trash, okay, but back it up. And I'm not just talking. Don't bring like 1, 2, 3, 4 people just for one. Come on, back it up. They took away my championship, a championship that I won, defeated Brubaker, and was putting back on the map. And in one night, high society effed that up.
They did. And there is new management in charge of Crash Tested Wrestling. Who that's going to be is unknown at this time, but hopefully whoever comes in, whether it be Aaron Xavier or not, returning to Crash Tested, you don't know who's going to be the person that's taking over. Hopefully they have your back, because nobody else has had your back to this point. And with what's going on at SCW, I am very sensitive to not having a back.
You want to recant that statement?
What?
Nobody's had Marshe's back?
Well, you've had his back, aside from you.
Wait. Hold the phone.
Uh-oh, Turtle's getting the shell shock.
Since we're on CTW now, C-Red, did you have Marshe's back that night? No, I didn't think so. Not only
I had ARC business to take care of.
Wait,
I had
so
ARC business.
So
Look, you just talking shit for the sake of talking shit. You gotta let that man answer first.
ARC business is over friends.
ARC business over everybody.
Duh. I mean, you even called out Marshe in your interview too. So I mean, yeah. So you called me out as well. I didn't forget that either.
This isn't working anymore. Or Ryan.
Your point?
Shake it first.
So I'm just saying. You say you have your
ARC
your boy.
needed to make a statement, plain and
Okay.
simple. We made
So
our
they-
statement. We left.
so you left your boy
Hence-
high and dry.
Hence, Rage is no longer around.
It took all three of you to take out Rage.
Didn't matter. A statement was made.
State.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, the problem, the problem, Turtle, is you have nobody. Nobody wants to back a Turtle.
I
Oh,
backed him. I ended up getting my ass kicked, but I backed him. Put
And
on
you
those
got your
ugly
ass
tights,
kicked
backed
for it.
him.
And you got your ass kicked for
I
it.
did get my ass kicked. That's true.
See?
But I got hit by a briefcase. That wasn't fair.
You
Marshe
still
hit
got your
my
ass
briefcase
kicked. You
one
still
time
got
for
your
me,
ass
yeah.
kicked.
so
So
don't worry.
don't.
I'm gonna use the briefcase.
Thank you.
So Turtle, don't try to conquer and divide. You cannot break up a friendship of 19 years between me and Marshe. That will never happen. That will I did not do. Understand?
You're gonna end up right.
Marshe stands on his own. Does he not? Did I come out with Marshe when Marshe had championship matches? Yes or no? No, I did not.
I was there. He did. I was there.
I came out one time, and that was with Marshe as a tag team.
That was just once. That was it. That was it.
And
Marshe
that made him
has
see
stood
something
on his own.
In the match. He was physically in the match, but as far as him being, he's been working by himself.
So Marshe is Marshe all day.
That's true.
So
As long
again,
as he doesn't.
So again, do not try to come in between 19 years of friendship. I know it's hard for you to try to even keep up with friends for 5 months, but
Okay,
understand these are years up and down the road
Can I have the plaque, please? Can I
on
have
the airplanes as people are shaking the seats, so understand fanfare, people coming up, having our pictures, our autographs. Understand. I know you won't understand what that's about. There's no Turtle merchandise. I don't see people having Turtle coffee mugs. I don't see people wearing your shirts. So again, you can try all you want. Again, me and Marshe have an understanding that guess what? Marshe's business is his business. ARC business is ARC business. But Marshe already knows that once again, if he needs somebody to have his back, I'm the first one there. I can't be there Friday night because I refuse to watch them two fight. But again, I can't be there on the 26th because whoever fuck is in charge now has suspended me. So,
hey,
Okay.
so
You know what? That's cool.
just real quick. Has anybody heard from Jed?
hell fuck no.
No, I don't work there anymore. I haven't heard from anybody.
So has anybody filed like a missing person? Like, because it's been more than 48 hours.
Yeah, it has been.
48 hours, shit, it's like 48 weeks.
He's in that ring somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm showing up. Somebody better be there. I don't care who it is. Somebody better
All
be there.
I'm saying, remember the night the ring went missing?
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Here we
So
go.
what
No,
about-
that's water under the bridge. We don't talk about
I'm
that.
just saying. So now we got an owner missing. What the hell?
That's
Who took the owner? Who took the
I
owner?
don't know who Crash Tested has coming in to police this situation, but I wish that person.
Freon Vision, dude. I guarantee you he do.
So is the new, you said, Steve, you said there's a new guy?
There is a new executive that's coming in to take Jed's place as an official.
Is that job position safe? Because if they took the old owner.
Well, I guess it would depend upon who they get. I mean, if it's Aaron Xavier, if they're bringing the band back together, I mean, I don't know as anybody's going to get one over on the Evil Genius. Or
It can't be Aaron Xavier because he wouldn't suspend me.
That's true. But I know he's not going to be there that night because he's going to be in Shabance that evening with me. So I don't know who they got. I mean, he's the most likely candidate because he's the general manager before.
Hey, you think it's the white phenom?
No, let that ride. I want to see what he.
I need a flag. Where the hell's the
Let that
damn
ride.
flag?
Throw
Throw
the
the
I
flag.
called the flag. You let that ride.
I can't believe you said that on this show.
Let that ride.
That's somewhere in Gary. I don't know
I'm
where.
just asking. I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck it is because I got suspended. Do you know what it's like to open your mail and see, oh, okay, I'm thinking it's a check. No, I'm suspended for a show.
Boy, I tell you what, anybody that would come to work at Crash Tested Wrestling and their first order of business is suspend C Red must have balls the size of grapefruit. Jeez.
Without even
Oh,
knowing.
so you think it's Vince?
Man, that's crazy time.
He needs a timeout. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to sit down for a little bit.
All right. Well,
Hey, it better not be rage. I'm telling you that. It better not be rage.
Oh my God.
It better
I'm
not
in
be.
Shabance, man. I don't know who it's going to be. I'm going to be in Shabance.
Rion, you know who it is. Is it rage?
1 month notice.
Is it rage? And you notice, is it me or out of the 5 people on this damn screen, 4 people have talked and 1 person's been mighty fucking quiet. So Turtle, let's be honest. You want to be a wrestler? You want to be a manager? You want to be a referee? Or are you the fucking new general manager? Answer the damn question.
Man,
Is it you?
trying to make turtle soup over here, man. Damn.
There's no.
I don't hear you talking.
A legend once said this.
A
No.
legend?
A Hall of Famer actually said this. The only thing that's for sure, nothing's for sure.
Well, that's great. Here's the funny part.
So it's fucking
That was
Turtle.
awful.
So we've had the damn GM of CTW on the.
I read again, just going back to how we opened this whole little segment. You making assumptions without proof, though. I mean, Steve, you know.
Okay, you're right, Marshe.
Hey,
you're right.
Got on Steve about that already. You know.
Okay, you're right.
Don't make
You're right.
assumptions or something like that. I mean, Turtle, if you are the general manager, contact me later so we can talk about pay raises and stuff like that, NWA and inquiries and stuff like that. But other than that, man,
I'm sure the general manager, whoever it may be, understands the value of the man sitting with the title right there.
All right.
And
How
will
about
make right
this?
for you?
Let me put it this way. If I was in charge, I would not be stopping Marshe from answering the open challenge.
you know what? That's right. That's right. And what is the deal with that shit, man? Hold on. Hold on.
Language.
This is
not NWA anymore.
I'm glad
Billy!
I had my mind focused on the attorney for so long, whooping his ass, but that almost slipped past me, Turtle. Thank you. How is it? Okay, the champ gets beat, right? And isn't it embedded in the contract that I get a rematch?
It's the beginning of time.
Right. Right.
You know what? I had the paperwork drawn up in CSW where I excluded CNC Destruction from getting a rematch. I eliminated
But
that
you
clause.
made sure.
I did.
But you put the clause in there.
I did.
Yeah, but
Per every
I
time,
want them to cry.
per every champion, when they become champion, there's a clause already in the contract that states, should the champion lose, he is given a fair shot to get his title back, right?
In risking of being disrespectful here, I just have to say it because it's the elephant in the room. But if you do lose your championship, you shouldn't get put in a match with a 5 count.
If you do lose the champion, listen, hey, listen, did I have anything to do with
You
that?
had no control. It had to be said. Shelly has got that boy jumping through more hoops than you had to jump through.
Now I will say this. I if since you want to bring that up, just real quick side, we'll take the side road. Fine. When Shelly was asking me ideas, I did happen to say, you know what hasn't been done ever in professional wrestling?
Nobody's gotten hit with a
5
pick
count
wrench.
match. It's a 5 count match. I certainly would love to see it. And, as you say,
What happened?
controversy creates cash.
Controversy. Been saying that a long time.
But no, going back to it. So Nick Brubaker is having an open challenge February 26th for the CTW World Heavyweight Championship. Underneath that, it says everyone except Marshe Rockett
Ridiculous. It is so ridiculous.
called me by my name, bruh, to saying I can't get a title shot.
This
What
is
the-
even he's like, hey, for that championship on your shoulder, open challenge. Whoever want to come get it. Other way,
Right.
but you.
Right. Right.
Just don't.
Everybody, it's an open challenge for everybody but me. Everybody but that
Well,
brother.
I mean, you know what, Marshe? I'm not gonna. I don't think that's.
I got it.
Oh.
That's on me. That's on me.
Marshe, it ain't just you, because I'm suspended.
Now listen. Let's play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
Perhaps whoever is pulling the strings at this point, whether it be Jed or if the new person's already in power making mess. See, that's the thing. We don't know who made this card. We don't know if the new person made this card or if this was a pre-existing card. Did High Society make this card? It sounds like High Society's MO. We don't know who's responsible for any of this. Maybe whoever's doing this wants you to kill an attorney and wants to watch it.
I mean, that's going to happen regardless, but
Right.
at the same
But maybe
time,
they don't want you to exact your rematch at Flatline because they want to see you destroy him. I don't. There are so many.
so do I still get my rematch or what?
I would have to believe so at some point. Like,
Am I ever getting off suspension?
well, C-Red, you're a polarizing figure. Sometimes you rub people the wrong way. That's why I have Morris Day sitting at the ticket window, trying to fix everything. Can't fix anything, but we're working hard on it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Power Hour has been a little controversial tonight,
A little.
but I'd like to think that those that have been wronged, we have made it right. We apologized to Turtle. Turtle was the victim of some bad behavior, and we apologized. And Marshe Rockett, I'm embarrassed that I treated you that way, my friend. Never again. Never
Thank
again will my faith dwindle in what you are and what you do.
All you got to do is talk to me.
And C-Red,
I'm always honest, man.
I still think
That.
you're the only man that can save this. You're the only man that can save the world. And I think we got a lot of issues.
The world.
Right, just put that on my shoulders, right?
Don't miss.
All of Earth.
We need.
It's not an easy job, Rion. It is not an easy
snapping
job.
over here.
Not all capes, not all heroes wear capes, man.
That's right. That's right. And
Yeah, just add more pressure on me.
no pressure, no pressure. Just real quick before we go, I had a great time at Fusion Wrestling Chicago. The good guys triumphed over the evil. And for the next calendar year, as the commissioner of Fusion Pro Wrestling, it is going to be my great honor, my absolute privilege, and my devious pleasure to make Bryce Benjamin, Missa Kate, and Axel Rico's life absolutely, positively miserable.
Jesus.
Damn, Steve.
I show up for my first job, my first time. The crowd's loving me. I'm getting a Steve chant for the first time in my career. I was all in at Fusion. I'm addressing the people like I do, and I get cut off. And not only does the dime store Kim and Kanye interrupt me, but he comes up and says, "Hey, yo." So I've got Razor Bryce telling me who he is and why. I don't know why he's here. I know why you're here. I know why you and Kim are keeping up with the Kardashians. I know all about you. But you disrespected me. And Jazz disrespected me. And there'll be payback. Like C-Red always says, there'll be consequences. So in March, when we do it all again, and the big main event is Uncle Doug Simmons versus Sky Blue 1-on-1 for the first time ever, I get things done. We're going to have a good time at Fusion Pro, unless your name is Bryce Benjamin and Miss Kate. Then you won't have a good time. It'll just be how it is. Marshe Rockett, you are the greatest of all time.
Thank you.
After a busy day with a family, you took time for us for the 13th time. Brother, I'm going to get you the nicest jacket you've ever seen.
Thank you.
Turtle,
Appreciate that.
you're a dear friend. You were wronged. Hopefully we made right. Stay off of Podbean. Red,
Like I might, you don't know.
next week, I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't know how you top this. Do you?
Take a week off.
Oh, we can't take a week off. Let me check the Google computer.
Oh my God.
I should have had this ready to go, but I didn't.
Yes, you should.
I should have. Shut up.
Damn.
Oh, next week is the 22nd. Next week on this program, somebody that I've been looking to interview on this show for quite a while, Mr. Paulie Tomaselli will be joining us on this show. Just keep
All
getting
right.
star power. Paulie ain't on
Mhm.
Podbean. Paulie never going on Podbean. But he's
But
coming.
he's Elite Pro.
He's coming
Elite
here.
Pro.
Elite Pro. We'll talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Power Hour. I'm Steve C. Red. Thank you, Marshe Rockett. We'll see you Friday night. Thank you, C. Red. We will see you when we see you. Thank you, Grion, for all your vision.
Yeah.
And thank you, Turtle, for being Turtle. We will see you next week as the Power Hour continues as we march toward episode 100. We'll see you next week, kids. Good night.